Good evening, everybody. I think I'll just start. It's 8 o'clock. I'm actually going to record this anyway, so anyone who hasn't managed on at 8 o'clock, I can send a recording. So thank you for joining us. My name is Audrey Patterson. My background is in financial services, and you'll see me in lots of social media sites. I have been in financial services for 30 years plus. I didn't really think I had a choice to leave financial services. But the government made lots of changes to our industry, and I had gone menopausal when I was 38. I had a mushy brain. I really didn't think I would pass these exams. So what I would say was I had an open mind because I was panicking, basically worried about what my 30-year career was going to look like. And in Women in Home magazine, I saw an advert looking for managers. Now, I had seen Women in Home for a whole 11 months and hadn't seen this advert. When I was panicking about losing my 30-year career, I saw the advert. So what I would say to you tonight is have an open mind. I love what this slide actually says, change your thinking, change your life. I never for 1 minute thought that I would be involved in a network marketing business. I had my own financial services business, I had a restaurant, I had a property business, I had a father who was over 80 with Alzheimer's, I had a teenage son. I really did not have time. However, after using some products, I really believed that the products worked, and that's what brought me to the business. So I hope you have a light bulb tonight. Who are the company? The company are called Forever Living Products. We are an international company. We've been going for 40 years next year, and that was one thing that really excited me. I would not get involved in something that was a flash in the pan. There's a company this week that's actually get into trouble, and that very much was what attracted me to Forever when I started to research the actual business side of it. The company I'm going to tell you more about, this is our head office. It's in Phoenix in Arizona. We were founded in 1978 in the USA. We're operating now in 158 countries, and now we've got some people on here tonight from Pakistan. Our business this month has actually grown into Pakistan, Bangladesh, Greece, Spain, Nigeria, and Ireland, all from this computer. In fact, it's really all from my phone because I do everything from my phone. Our turnover is over 2.5 billion, and that is underpinned by 1.5 billion of assets. So the person who owns the business is called Rex Mon, and I'm going to talk about that just in a minute. He has been at the helm for almost 40 years. The best thing for it for me is Rex is now 80, and his son is taking over the running of the company, but he's running it very similarly to the way Rex actually started the business. Another thing that excites me is it's in health and wellness. It's tipped to be the next $1 trillion global market. All we do with Forever is actually use some products, get a belief in those products, and recommend them to our friends and families. We also give a 60-day money-back guarantee. So as I would say, our products are free unless you like them. And there's only 0.5% of the products that are actually returned, and that includes breakages. So that tells you how good the products are. We have an experienced, long-standing senior management team, as I said. So who are we in the UK? This is our office, and it's in Longbridge Manor. And in true, the way that Rex actually works is he goes into every country and he buys a property, and that's his commitment to that country. So in the UK, he bought the manor and he paid £2 million cash for it. It's a Grade 2 listed building, and that is what our business is underpinned by. However, what I absolutely loved about the business is when I had bought into the business, I then became part of this business. And if I have a prospect that I want to see and I'm down in Warwick, I can go into that building and they'll make me tea and coffee as a business owner and welcome into the office and treat it that way. We were founded in 1993. Our sales are over 100 million. We have the Investor in People award, and we're members of the Direct Selling Association. Now that all gave me comfort, because if people say to me, oh it's illegal, it's da-da-da. The Direct Selling Association, and Bob Parker, who's our managing director, he actually sits on the board of the Direct Selling Association. Being in a financial services world, there is no way that I would have been involved in something that was illegal. This is a man who actually started the business, and his name is Rex Mon. And it's an he owns the company, so there's no shareholding and there's no shareholders. It's built on ethical practices. One of the things that I absolutely love about the mission statement is, and I'm going to read it out because I love it so much: we will create a profitable environment where individuals can, with dignity, be what they want to be, where integrity, empathy and fun are our guides. Fun. We have had so much fun. This company has over-delivered for us. We have been, last year I was in Greece with them, the year before I was in Cancun with them, and that was me, my husband and my son, because they give you a flight allocation and the accommodation is for two. And the year before we were taken to California, and then we were flown by private plane to Dallas, to South Fork, because that's one of our buildings. So if anybody remembers the television program Dallas, we now own that, and it is a museum. And for me, that was totally nostalgic, because I used to watch it with my mum. Two of the trips that we have on next year, one is in Dallas and one is in Phoenix in Arizona, because they're taking everything back home, because that's 40 years. So it'll be a massive party. One of the legal statements is illegal for a promoter or participant in a trading scheme to persuade anyone to make a payment by promising benefits from getting others to join a scheme. Do not be misled. We can't claim that you're going to make $1 million. You can make $1 million if you put time and effort in. Anything is possible with this company, but we can't promise that that's what you're going to get. You treat it like your own business and put time and effort in, and you can have whatever you want. Examples of income potential are not guaranteed, but they are realistic illustrations of what can be achieved with hard work. Now, what is Forever? It's a global success of people supplying products directly to the consumer. It's a combined power of a network of home-based business owners. It's showing the potential of the business opportunity, and all we do is use some products, get a belief in those products, and recommend them to others. The benefits of team marketing. It's got an uncapped and willable income. You decide your goals. The system helps you achieve them. You can work at part-time, full-time around your own commitments. Full training and support using a simple, proven global business building system. You can't fail in Forever. You can give up and you can quit, but you can't fail. The benefits of team marketing. Now, car plans. So once you reach a level of turnover, the company pay the first level of car plan or whatever. It's an incentive, and you can decide what you want to do with it. It's £263 per month. Depending on your turnover, that can increase, and it can go up to £393 per month, and it can go up further. It can go up to £525 per month. As I said, it's a global business opportunity, so you can do it in any of those 158 countries. And your license, if you decide to join the business, the license covers you for every country in the world. Rex's mission is to have an office in every country in the world. Chairman's bonus is a share of it's actually a share of the turnover, not of the profits. Even if the company makes a loss, which it never has in that whole time that it's been trading, 39 years, they have never made a loss. Rex gives 2% of his turnover back to the distributors, and you get that share. So recognition, prizes and fun. They recognise you for everything that you do. So what do? We use some products, we become our own best customer, we share the products. We don't have a lot of customers, we share them and develop some regular customers, and we build a team. We talk to people about the opportunity, and we find your 5 key people. We work the simple business. We just keep going round this cycle, and that's what we call the business cycle. And we coach your team to do the exact same thing. Coach and develop 20 to 30 customers, and we find 5 key people. So follow the system. Who can you contact? If I ask you to contact 5 people, who do you know who would be interested in earning an extra, first of all, £500? Everybody starts at the beginning, and £500 is where we would start. Once you've done that, you'll see what's available, and if you want more, we'll help you get more. But all we do is then show the business. We show a business presentation, which is this, and then we get you registered, and then we do a planning meeting, and we plan what you want, and we plan your activity. Manager position is the key position in Forever, and that's where everything, all the opportunities open up. So if you want more with Forever, that would be the first position that you would be heading for. We work with 5 key people So let's look at this. Teach everyone to use the products, develop 20 to 30 customers, and find 5 key people, and we coach to duplicate. So let's say you're right in the middle there and you're the forever business owner and you only have 10 hours per week. This was very much me. I've just told you everything that was going on in my life when I actually started. I didn't have time, but I went manager in that time, and it wasn't an additional 10 hours. It was 10 hours in what I already did. So the first person that you meet wants just to earn some money from retailing, and she only has 5 hours. You're actually paid on her 5 hours. But you then meet someone else who wants to be a business builder like you, and they may have 10 hours. And then you may meet somebody else who really wants to shine, and they can find 20 hours, and someone else who can do 30 hours, and someone else who can do 50 hours. So when we ask you to find 5 people, it will be 5 different types of people. Now that all totals 125 hours. You're paid in 125 hours, but really all you've done is 10. So can you see what the combined power of a network can actually do? Areas of income. How many people do you know who would like an extra £200 to £400 a month just from retailing some products? They can do that in 3 to 5 hours. Team leader. How many people do you know who would like £800 to £2,000 a month? Before Christmas we can do this. Business developer is where we are, and that's 2,000 to 20,000 per month. Now, the only bit of jargon that I'm going to talk about tonight is called a case credit, and it's a global currency. So if I speak to somebody in another country, I'll ask them, what have you sold in case credits? Not what you've sold in pounds or whatever the currency of the country is. And that way we can tell how everybody's doing. 1 case credit, there's approximately £70 of profit in that. So what do? We ask, if you're going to build a business, to do 4 case credits. And how do we do that? Well, it's use some products, retail some products, and then bring some other people into your business. So if we look at what a gel does, a gel is 0.091 case credits. Another product would be 0.054 case credits. And then if you bought and brought someone in, you recruited them with a new business owner box, it's 1.085. Right away, you can see how you can do 4 case credits. So how do we get paid? You register, we buy a new business owner box, it's £199.75. Now this is in the UK. In any other country, Dubai, Pakistan, Bangladesh, the other countries that we're talking about at the moment, they are not registering with a box. This is only available to the UK because we're part of the Direct Selling Association. So, 1 second.
Good. Yes.
Hold on.
Aye.
Sorry, somebody's just on their microphone. Janice, can you mute your microphone?
What's that noise?
Sorry about that. Somebody just come on and they were on the microphone. So we register. A minute now to get rid of that. Okay, here we go. We should register with a box, and this is only in the UK, not in any other country, because in the other countries you can actually join. Bangladesh is 2,500 Dhaka. In Dubai, it's free. Once you have done 2 case credits, you then go up to the higher discount, and I'm going to talk that through just now as well. So supervisor position would be £250 per month over 2 consecutive months. Typically you would have 3 to 5 people in your team, and at that time what would happen is if you'd found 3 people, you're paid 3% on those people, so you're now paid a team bonus. The next position is assistant manager. An assistant manager is £600 per month. It's 75 case credits over 2 consecutive months. Now you might think, how am I going to do 75 case credits? But it's not you doing 75 case credits, it's you and everybody in your team. So at this point, this person's still assistant supervisor. This person's going to supervise, they're following you, and this went as assistant manager, you're always paid this difference here. So can you see the team leading bonus? At this point, you would be earning about £600 per month plus whatever you were selling. Manager, as I said, is a pivotal position. You would have 5 people in your team here, and again, you're paid all different levels. However, this person is following you, and they've got 5 people in their team as well. You're paid 5% on them because they're developing their own business, but you're paid 5% of a larger amount. In this one, there's only one person, but you're paid 13% because you're spending a lot of time to coach this person. And the same here. In this team, there's 3 people, and you're being paid 10% because you're developing them as well. Royalty style income. This is where I could not believe what Forever could actually offer. As you can see here, the manager position, you get 48% discount. Now, what we call here is Flo, Mo and Joe. And on Flo, you're paid 6%. So whenever Flo comes through and she becomes manager, she's then paid 13% for coaching her team. But you're paid 6% on her whole turnover, which equates to £900. Now, if Flo's got somebody coming through who's Mo, you're then paid $450 on her business, and Joe is one level down, you're paid 2% on his business. I was going to be paid a royalty income. If you think about the Beatles, every time the Beatles play a record, they get paid a royalty income. So for me, this was my pension income. I'm a financial advisor. Next year, I'll take my pension income and it'll pay me £500 per month. Now, that'll hardly keep me in diesel. When I saw what this opportunity could actually offer me in terms of royalty income, I couldn't believe it. They're telling me here, develop 5 lines of managers. So that's 5 lines of £1,650 plus you're getting paid £1,200 for your manager business. Imagine we found 5 manager lines. Now again, this can be all over the world. So every part of the world can do the same thing as you. They can be developing their managers. How do you get paid more? Well, if you develop 2 managers, it's £30,000 per annum. If you've got 5 managers, it's £60,000 per annum. Can you imagine going into your boss and saying, I'd like a pay rise from 30,000 to 60,000? There's no way that you're actually going to get that. Sapphire manager, just do more. Help your team more. Diamond Sapphire manager is 17 managers. There's only 1 diamond manager, and you'll see her here. This is Jane. We are under Chris Goldsborough and she's under Jane Leach. So if you're thinking, will I be coached? Will I be in a team that can help me? You are absolutely in the right place. And this was John and Jane getting their chairman bonus level 3 check, which means that they have helped lots of people. They have 59 countries where they're paid from, and they also have something like 50,000 people in their team. The extras. Global travel, as I said, I told you the trips that we've been on next year. It's to Phoenix and also to Dallas. When you go, I mean, when we went to Cancun, it was 5-star, all-inclusive. We had a full bar in our room. It was just incredible. They also give you a Visa card with spending money on the trips to spend when you go. Extras, buy the car that you want. As long as you stay in that turnover, you're paid £263 per month. As I said, it can go up to £393 and then up to £525. Real people. Well, Anna Terry, she was a PhD student. Chris and Alan Goldsborough, they were in retail. This is who I actually found in the Women in Home magazine. Chris was worked with Speedo and Alan worked for Courtaulds. Both of those industries have actually gone. Can you think of people who are really hitting this revolving door right now, because there are so many companies are paying off, and we could give them a lifeline. Tracy and Chris Monroe, hair and beauty. Mina was in sales and marketing. Jason had a coffee shop, and Jane and John, they were surveyors and farmers. Now, the reason I think our business stands out from the rest is the superior quality products that we have. So as I said to you, 0.5% is what's returned, and that includes breakages. Now, this bottle of yellow gel stands for 50% of our turnover. I'll not tell you it's sold for its taste, but it's certainly sold for its benefits. But we are in the right marketplace. If you think back to what we said about the turnover in the UK, the turnover at the moment is over 100 million. Now, if you look at this marketplace, weight management is 2 billion in the UK. Vitamins and supplements, 414 million. Sports and nutrition, 356 million. Skincare, 2.2 billion. Male grooming, 1.1 billion by 2017. I mean, it's just nuts. And all we do is ask you to use some products, believe the products work, recommend them to your friends and family, and they do the same. Why Forever Products? Well, we're the #1 grower and producer of aloe vera based products. We have a patented stabilisation process. No one can copy what we do. We have a superior quality product from safe, natural GM ingredients. We only use the inner leaf gel. We don't, like a lot of companies will actually take the aloe and they'll heat treat it, they'll filter it and take the nutrients out of it. We have no insecticides, we have no artificial fertilisers. We have an advisory board, so you never have to know everything. We can go to the advisory board. We have a doctor, a nutritionist, we have a vet, we have a sports and skincare, and we can go to them and they can give us answers. We have a 60-day money-back guarantee. We're certified by the Aloe Alliance Council, and we get these accreditations every year, and they are actually very difficult to achieve. But we also have kosher, Islamic, halal, and we've got the 60-day money back guarantee, and we've got the bouncing money. So that tells you we don't actually use on animals, we use on the directors to use on the animals. How do you start your business? Well, in the UK, you buy a business box at £199.75. And what we do is we use and recommend these products. Now, if you actually thought of doing this in any of the other countries, it would work for you, because basically you are going to recommend these products to your friends and family. And the only way that you can recommend a product is by using the product. So I would say in every country, if you can think about buying £200 of products to use, recommend, that will give you a great start, because bear in mind, you are actually starting a business. Will it work for me? Take it seriously. In any new venture, time and effort are required. Be coachable, attend all relevant trainings. Commit the time required to become successful. If you're self-motivated and willing to work closely with the person who introduced you to the business, you can't fail in Forever. Be willing to think big, dream big, and set goals for yourself and your family. Commit to having regular customers, building your team, and developing 5 key people. Be prepared to tell everyone what you're doing, and have a great attitude. Now, you're going to be in 3 places here. From what you've seen so far, it might be a yes. It could be that you think this is just not for me. I would ask you to try some products, because these products are amazing. And once you've tried the products, you may have something different in mind about the business. As I said, I very much saw that they were looking for managers. However, after I used the products, I had a night in my restaurant, 36 different people asked me why I looked different. I then believed that the products worked, and I came in for a very different reason. Or you might think, yeah, I do see what you're talking about, but I have some questions. Get your questions answered. Let's catch up. I can send over a specific link like this, and we can chat. You and I can chat. If someone offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not sure you can do it, say yes, then learn how to do it later. I love Richard Branson. I was in Vegas in December to see Richard Branson, and also another person who's a network marketer. His name is Eric Worre in GoPro. And Richard Branson, for me, just sums everything up. He started Virgin by just walking around. His plane was bumped. He started Virgin by walking around and asking if everybody would pay £39. And that's how Virgin started. Change your life by changing your thinking. If you carry on doing the same thing, you'll just be in the same place for the rest of your life. People say to me, your business is risky. I paid £199.75 for a box of products that has totally transformed my life, my husband's life. My father had Alzheimer's. He was put in medication, he reacted badly, and my dad had amazing results. My dad actually passed away last May, but he passed away, my dad. The memory clinic had never seen a memory improve, and my dad's memory had improved by 3 points. If I hadn't taken this chance, none of my family would have benefited. So I would ask you to keep your open mind, get your questions answered. At the end of it, if you think it is definitely not for me, that is absolutely fine. We'll keep in touch with you because people's lives are changing on a 2-monthly basis. If you know anyone that this can help, we would love to show them the business. But thank you so much for joining us tonight. And I will have this, it's recorded. If anybody is wanting to show a prospect, or if anybody's interested in the business, please come back to us and I'll send you the link. Thank you very much. Bye.